What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? Hopefully fantastic. Today I'm going to get a coffee and some food right now, and then heading back to the hobby shop to tear that head off the LB7. So if you guys like the last video, if you guys like seeing all the carnage, all this stuff that's coming on, drop a like. Please subscribe if you're new here. We're gonna keep doing this, maybe build a motor, who knows. Trans build coming soon because you guys are killing it. If you haven't checked that video out, I'll put a link somewhere, and then go drop a like on it. If we get to 1,000 likes, then we're gonna do an in-depth build on YouTube for you guys, and it probably won't make anyone happy, but anyways, that'll be going in the red truck. Also, if any of you guys have now listen closely when I ask, 20 by 14 wheels, -76 offset, let me know. Looking for a set, let me know what you have. If you have anything willing to buy, it's for a little project. So 20 by 14, not 22. There's a good reason, but we'll get into that later if it happens. Anyways, guys, enough talking for today. We are gonna go get our coffee and get the day started, and basically start tearing into the LB7 so we can get this head off. I'm leaving for Key West in 2 days, so if any of you guys are down there, hit me up. We'll be hanging out there for a couple weeks, but I won't be able to work on the truck. We're just gonna get it torn apart, get a game plan for when we get back on what we're gonna do. So that's it. Taking the ZF6 manual twin turbo truck today. You know, always love to drive it when I'm not going to work or driving far, so definitely gonna just head over. Alrighty guys, we are back at the truck, and today the goal is to get this cylinder head off. So we're going to be pulling probably the glow plug module, the turbo intake horn, and then get the Y bridge disconnected, the up pipe, and then pull the head off in the coolant bridge. Should be pretty straightforward. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Just gotta unbolt a few things. A lot of stuff in the way on the Duramax. That's kind of why it takes so long, is you gotta remove so much crap just to get to it. But we're gonna start tearing it all down, and we'll catch back up in a little bit. All right, guys. So we have basically the Y bridge is ready to come out, which there's on the LB7 there's a lot of junk in the way, like the intake horn, which sucks, which is 3 10-mil bolts to take out. You can see you kind of got to use extensions and a wrench. On the Cali emissions LB7s, they really suck with this thing in the way, or actually the Y bridge right here. But we get those out, and then we took the 8 bolts out for the Y bridge, which I'll show you when I get it out, but there's one there, 2 on this side, 2 on the back side down there, down in there. So you can get it with disconnecting some of the fuel lines and stuff, but basically I just gotta take this rubber line off right here. Let's see if I can't do it real quick. So with a little maneuvering, we got it out, but you can see there's a rat's nest down in here. Very common problem on these trucks, actually. It's a warm spot for some mice to live. So now all we should have to do is disconnect this fuel line right here, the up pipe from the exhaust manifold, and then we can pull the head off. I'll take all the bridges off right here, and the return line too, just that way. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna pull the return line off right now, that way I can get to all the head bolts. But after that, we'll have this head off. So hopefully here in the next few minutes, we'll have everything kind of taken off and ready to go. Alrighty guys, so you're supposed to tell me when my face is dirty. I get dirty all the time, but besides the point. Anyways, we have everything off, basically just the head bolts left. We have to get kind of unique here. So I couldn't get the 3rd up pipe bolt out. It's so blurry. Couldn't get the 3rd up pipe bolt out, so I got these 2. I got all the bolts off the manifold. So now what we're gonna try and do is unbolt the head, twist it up a little bit, and slide it off the studs here, the 2 studs, like slide it up and out. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna do that right now. So basically that fuel line is all that's left, and all the head bolts, and this head will be coming off. It's a 12mm 12 point for these, 14mm for these. I lost like sockets down there and stuff too, so I've been struggling with it a little bit. But as far as this goes, everything should be off. Oh wait, one more thing. We gotta pull the coolant Y bridge too. So we'll do that right now. And then that should be everything. Just gotta take these fuel lines, get them out of the way and whatnot. So just the last few little things and we should be good to pull this head off. So hopefully we can see what's going on under there, see the damage and all that stuff, and get some answers here. Alrighty guys, so I'm pretty sure we're ready to zip the head bolts out. Where'd my light go? There it is. So, look, I got the coolant Y bridge off, which is 4 bolts, well, 2 nuts and 2 bolts on this side. I had to take the bracket off, which is, there's 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the power steering pump, it's 1, 2, 3, and then 2 on the side right here. That's to get the power steering pump off and take that off, take the Y bridge off, or the coolant bridge off. Now I'm gonna zip the head bolts out real quick, which is, I believe there's 17 12-point bolts. There's, I wanna say 20 of them. I think there's 20. And then there's these Allen keys up at the top, which I believe are like a 6 or 7 mil. So there's 4 of them across the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna take those 4 out, take the head bolts out, and see if we can't pull this head off. So hopefully this head should be off in a few minutes. We'll be able to see if there's any damage underneath it. Alright guys, moment of truth here. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see the, I don't know if you can see it that well, right there, the valve impressions on the cylinder. Oh, and look at the coolant there. I don't know if that's from, but you can see the valve impressions on that one too. That's insane. Well, I think we figured out what happened. So as far as everything goes, I don't know what route we're gonna take, but maybe this light will work a little bit better. You can see that. Sorry. That cylinder's all nasty. I'm gonna look at the bottom of the head too. Flip it up real quick, see if we can see any cracks or anything. Not really seeing anything too bad. Doesn't look like there's any cracks or anything. but the gasket honestly doesn't even look super trashed. Well, we know we had contact between the pistons and the valves now, so I think this motor's coming out. It's just crazy. It hit so perfectly flush on there. I don't know if you can see it too well. I'm trying to see if there's any cracking or anything. I think I'm gonna turn the motor over a little bit and we'll watch the lifters too to see if they rise, but I'm pretty sure they're not rising, so far not so good. Alright guys, real quick before I end the video, I want to make sure I covered everything kind of real quick, that way we don't forget anything. If you guys have any questions, or if I missed something like a step or anything like that, just give me a holler in the comments or whatever. But basically we have the head off. I'm probably going to disassemble at least the valves that hit to see if they're bent at all. Valve covers, valve train, bent push rods, the little valve bridges, the Y bridge, the turbo intake, horn, 3 bolts, take off. This bolts up to the Y bridge. So you got your glow plug module, your alternator, AC bracket, coolant Y bridge, or coolant crossover tube, whatever you want to call it. All your head bolts from this side. The other 4, so just some other bolts and stuff. And as far as everything goes in here, get some more light. We have contact on piston 1 and piston 7. Which, I'm gonna try and clean these up and look for cracks or anything. This piston looks kind of nasty too. I don't know how the cam looks. I don't know what happened. We gotta clean basically everything up though and just kinda figure out what the customer wants to do. So, I don't know if you guys hear me, but basically piston contact, and we're gonna figure out what the customer wants to do. Obviously, the right option is to rebuild it, and the motor needs to come out anyways because of the crank, so that's kind of where I'm at. I have another motor laying around, I think. I don't know what the condition of it is. I would have to go check it out. But maybe we can get them set up back on the road. We're gonna talk to them and figure out a game plan on what we're doing with this truck. So as long as you guys stay tuned, at least we got the heads this head torn down. I'm leaving for Key West, like I said. So when I return, probably tear off the other side, and maybe pull the motor right away and then tear it off. I'm not sure. So we got a lot of stuff to do and figure out. So that's gonna do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys, liked what you saw. I mean, maybe not liked it, but you guys are hopefully learning something new about Duramax. This is the underside of the cylinder head. So I just, like I said, LB7, so I'll show you real quick. These are the valve covers off the LB7 that no one likes. So right here on the LLYs and newer, this piece is like basically not there. It's just like rounded off. So you can get to the injector without going through the valve cover. So it's all sealed off in here instead of being a seal and the injector lines coming through here. So that's what makes it a bitch, is you have to pull the valve covers. And basically all the stuff I pulled to get to the valve covers has to come off when you do injector, so it takes a while. They have these metal return lines that are pretty junk, like they leak and leak down into the cylinders. Then the wiring harnesses are under the valve covers, like just a whole bunch of pain in the ass stuff. You got the Cali emissions EGR. But as far as that goes, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this little teardown series. When I know what I'm doing, I'll let you guys know what I'm doing with this truck. So 2003 LB7 Duramax, 180,000 miles. Motor took a poopy. So, all right, guys, take it easy. I'm out of here. I gotta clean up and get some sleep. Talk to you guys later.